Suresh, Faculty of Mathematics, working in Trinity Junior College. Today's first problem is, if Z1, Z2, Z3, so on Zn lie on the circle mod Z is equal to 2, then the value of modulus of Z1 plus Z2 plus so on plus Zn minus 4 into mod 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 plus so on plus 1 by Zn is equal to. Was saying that Z1, Z2, Z3 so on Zn lie on the circle mod Z is equal to 2. By using this condition, he was asking to calculate the value of mod Z1 plus Z2 plus so on plus Zn minus 4 into mod 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 plus so on plus 1 by Zn is what? Z1, Z2, Z3 so on lies on the circle mod Z is equal to 2. Since mod Z is equal to 2. Since mod Z is equal to 2. Modulus of the complex number Z. And these all are lies on this circle. From this, can I write mod Zi is equal to 2? Means mod Z1 is 2, mod Z2 is 2, and these all are lies on this circle. Therefore, mod Z equal to 2, we can write mod Zi is equal to 2. From this, we can say that mod Zi whole square is equal to 2 square, that is nothing but 4 or not. Mod Zi whole square is equal to 2 square, that is nothing but 4. Why we are writing mod Zi whole square? Here we have one property is there. We have in modulus one of the modulus property says mod Z square can be expressed as Z into Z bar or not. Z into Z bar. Mod Z square can be expressed as Z into Z bar. Now we are applying this property here. See, this is in this format or not. Mod Zi square, mod Z square. Therefore, we can write this one as Zi into Zi bar. Zi into Zi bar is equal to 4, where the values of I, here or here you can take anywhere, I is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on n or not. Therefore, here also I values are 1, 2, 3, so on n. From this, we can write Zi bar is equal to 4 by Zi. I want this value 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 so on 1 by Zn value. Here Z1, Z2, Z3 are not given. Their sum and minus 4 into their reciprocal value is what? Means we have to create these values. That's why from this Zi bar we can write it as 4 by Zi or not. Then we are taking 4 to left side. Can I say 1 by 4 into Zi bar is equal to 1 by Zi? 1 by Zi is equivalent to the 4 we have taken to left side. Then it becomes 1 by 4 into Zi bar is equal to 1 by Zi. Then from this we can say that 1 by I is equal to 1. 1 by Z1 value is 1 by 4 Z1 bar. What we require here? 1 by Z1. 1 by Z1. If we put I equal to 2, then it becomes 1 by Z2. It becomes 1 by Z2. 1 by Z2 value is 1 by 4 Z2 bar, so on like that. 1 by Zn. When I is equal to n, 1 by Zn is equal to 1 by 4 Zn bar. Here the values of I are 1, 2, 3, so on n. Right? Now by using this condition, we have to find this value. How to find the required value. Now, modulus of Z1 plus Z2 plus so on plus Zn minus 4 into mod 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 plus so on plus 1 by Zn is equal to, this part is as it is, Z1 plus Z2 so on plus Zn minus 4 into, what's about 1 by Zi? 1 by Zi value is 1 by 4 Zi bar. Then 1 by Z1, 1 by Z1, from this 1 by Z1 we can replace 1 by 4 Z1 bar. Like that 1 by Z2 similarly 1 by 4 Z2 bar plus 1 by 4 Z3 bar so on plus 1 by Zn is nothing but 1 by 4 Zn bar. From where we got all these? Since the reason is 1 by Zi is equal to 1 by 4 Zi bar. In this we have replaced I is equal to 1, 2, 3 so on n. Okay. Now in all these can we take 1 by 4 common? Mod Z1 plus Z2 so on plus Zn minus 4. In all these take 1 by 4 as common. 1 by 4 of Z1 bar plus Z2 bar so on plus Zn bar. 4 cancel. Mod Z1 plus Z2 so on plus Zn minus the remaining value here Z1 bar plus Z2 bar so on Zn bar. Z1 plus Z2 so on plus Zn minus Z1 bar plus Z2 bar plus so on plus Zn bar. From one of the properties of conjugate of the complex numbers, Z1 bar plus Z2 bar can be expressed as Z1 plus Z2 whole bar. Z1 bar plus Z2 bar can be expressed as Z1 plus Z2 whole bar. Here I am writing the reason. Z1 bar plus Z2 bar can be expressed as Z1 plus Z2 whole bar or not. This is one of the property of conjugates of a complex number. According to this property, now we can write this one as Z1 plus Z2 plus so on plus Zn whole bar. Z1 plus Z2 plus so on plus Zn whole bar. Now from this Z1 plus Z2 so on plus Zn minus, can we write this one as Z1 plus Z2 plus so on plus Zn whole bar? We can write it as simply modulus of Z1 plus Z2 plus so on plus Zn only. Why? Because we have mod Z is equal to mod Z bar or not. Mod Z is equal to mod Z bar or not. We have this property. Since if you want you can take one example also. If you take Z is equal to some 2 plus 3a and Z bar equal to 2 minus 3a. Both are having the same modulus root 13 and root 13. That's why mod Z is equal to mod Z bar. That's why mod Z is equal to mod Z bar. mod z is equal to mod z bar. Now these two gets cancelled, therefore the value is 0. Means what? If z1 z2 z3 so on zn lies on the circle mod z is equal to 2, then the value of mod z1 plus z2 plus so on plus zn minus 4 into mod 1 by z1 plus 1 by z2 plus so on plus 1 by zn, value is 0. The value is 0. If mod z1 equal to 2, mod z2 equal to 3 and mod z3 equal to 4, and the value of modulus of z1 plus z2 plus z3 is 5, then what is the value of mod 4 z2 z3 plus 9 z3 z1 plus 16 z1 z2? By using these conditions, he was asking to calculate the value of modulus of 4 z2 z3 plus 9 z3 z1 plus 16 z1 z2. If we know the complex number z1 z2 z3 individually, then by replacing those values here we will get its value. But here we don't have what are the complex numbers z1 z2 z3. Was given their modulus, and sum of the complex number modulus is also given. By using these conditions, we have to calculate now this. See, we have to observe this modulus containing in terms of z1 z2 z3. Means we have to separate them individually, z1 z2 z3 and sum of z1 z2 z3, then we can utilize those values, then we'll get the required result. Then how to utilize them? Since was given mod z1 is equal to 2, from this can I say mod z1 square is equal to 4 by squaring? Why we are going for a mod z1 square? Why we are going for squaring of this modulus? See here we have 4 is there. 4. 4 is nothing but a mod z whole square or not. And comes to here it is 9. If we go for squaring of this z2, then we will get a 9. Squaring of z3 we will get 16. That's what we have to use these values. Therefore we have to squaring these values individually. Mod z1 square equal to 4. From this, can I write mod z1 square is nothing but z1 into z1 bar or not? Just now we discussed this formula in the previous problem. Since we can write mod z square is equal to z into z bar or not, property of modulus of a complex number. Mod z square equal to z into z bar. Therefore, mod z1 square I am writing it as z1 into z1 bar. Similarly, comes to the second one, mod z2 is equal to 3, squaring mod z2 square is equal to 9. Then we can write this one as z2 into z2 bar, that is equal to 9. And the third one is mod z3 is equal to 4. By squaring mod z3 square is equal to, it becomes 16. This z3 square we can write it as z3 into z3 bar, the value is 16. Now comes to the problem. Now mod 4 z2 z3 plus 9 z3 z1 plus 16 z1 z2. Can I write this 4 as z1 z1 bar? This 4 with this value. 4 can be replaced z1 into z1 bar. z1 z1 bar into z2 z3 as it is, plus similarly 9 is going to replace with Z2 Z2 bar, Z2 Z2 bar, Z2 Z2 bar into Z3 Z1 plus, and this 16 is going to replace by Z3 Z3 bar, Z3 Z3 bar into Z1 Z2 as it is, Z1 Z2. Now Z1 Z1 bar Z2 Z3 plus Z2 Z2 bar Z3 Z1 plus Z3 Z3 bar Z1 Z2. See, what do you observe from this? What do you observe? Here Z1 Z2 Z3 is there. In this also, the second term also containing Z1 Z2 Z3 except conjugates. In the third term also Z1 Z2 Z3 is there. Can we take from all these Z1 Z2 Z3 as common, or from all these Z1 Z2 Z3, here also Z1 Z2 Z3, here also Z1 Z2 Z3. Therefore, in all the three terms we have the common term is Z1 Z2 Z3 is there. If you take that one as common, in the first one the remaining value is Z1 bar, in the second Z2 bar, third Z3 bar. Okay. Now see, after taking Z1 Z2 Z3 common, here it is in which form? If you treat this total Z1 Z2 Z3, this is as one term and this total as one term, means it is in the form of modulus of Z1 into Z2 or not. This total is Z1 and this is Z2. Modulus of Z1 Z2 is equal to individual modulus product Z1 into Z2. Modulus of Z1 Z2 is equal to mod Z1 into mod Z2. Modulus of Z1 into Z2. Can I use this property here now? This is equivalent to mod Z1 Z2 Z3 into mod Z1 bar plus Z2 bar plus Z3 bar. Again, this is directly in this form or not? Modulus of Z1 into Z2 into Z3. Can I write this is equal to individual mods mod Z1 into mod Z2 into mod Z3 into mod Z1 bar plus Z2 bar plus Z3 bar can be expressed as Z1 Z2 Z3 whole bar or not. The previous problem already we used this condition. Z1 bar plus Z2 bar plus Z3 bar can be expressed as mod Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 whole bar. Now we have the values of mod Z1 is there, mod Z2 is there, mod Z3 is there. But first we have to remove here this bar conjugate. Modulus of Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 whole bar is equivalent to 2. Mod Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 are not. Since, what is the reason? Modulus of a complex number is equivalent to 2. Modulus of its conjugate complex number. Modulus of its conjugate complex number. Now see, all these values we have. Mod Z1 is there, Z2 is there, mod Z3 is there, and modulus of Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. All the four values we have. Now we are going to replace those values. Mod Z1 is nothing but 2. Mod Z2 is 3. Mod Z3 is 4. And modulus of Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 is 5. Therefore, the value is 5 4s are 20. 20 into 3. 60, 62s are 120. Now once you see how we did this problem, if mod Z1, mod Z2, mod Z3 and sum of the complex numbers modulus is also given, then find the value of mod 4 Z2 Z3 plus 9 Z2 Z1 plus 16 Z1 Z2. By using modulus of Z1 is equal to 2, by squaring on both sides, Why we are going for squaring on both sides? Because 4z2 z3 is a 4 is nothing but mod z1 square. That mod z1 square we express it as z1 into z1 bar. Similarly, mod z2 and mod z3 is also expressed z2 z2 bar and z3 z3 bar, and those values we have replaced in the given condition. And in the condition z1 z2 z3 we have taken as common. Then after taking z1 z2 z3 as common, the remaining values are z1 bar plus z2 bar plus z3 bar. Then this can be expressed as z1 plus z2 plus z3 whole bar and their individual mods. Then we have replaced their values. Finally, we got its value is 120. The value of under root minus 1 minus root minus 1 minus root minus 1 so on up to infinity. Let us take this unknown value as some x or some z, whatever it may be, with some unknown value. X is equal to under root minus 1 minus under root minus 1 minus under root minus 1 so on up to infinity. From this can I write x is equal to cancel the square root, first you go for squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. X square is equal to under root minus 1 minus under root minus 1 minus under root minus 1 so on up to infinity. You are going for squaring on both sides. While squaring on both sides, only one root gets cancelled, not all the roots at a time. Only the outside root will get cancelled. Again, this is x square is equal to, now this root gets cancelled, minus 1 minus under root minus 1 minus under root minus 1 so on up to infinity. Means again this is given problem as it is or not. X is equal to under root of infinite times. Means this is as it is infinite terms or not. For we are replacing this one as x square is equal to minus 1 minus in this part as x. This part as x. Now take all these to one side. X square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. Now it is a quadratic equation. It is a quadratic equation in terms of x. Go for factorization. 1 into x square, that is x square. While multiplication we should get x square. Add or subtract those two numbers, we should get the middle value. But here it is not possible. Why? Because see, 1 into x square, that is x square. 1 plus 1, 2. 1 minus 1, 0. Means we are not getting the middle value. That's why to find roots of a quadratic equation, we have two processes are there. One is factorization, the other one is by using the formula. Anyway, every quadratic or every nth degree polynomial has n roots. That's what we have to remember. Every nth degree polynomial has n roots. So here it is a quadratic equation, therefore the degree of the polynomial is 2. It must have 2 roots. So the 2 roots we have to calculate. Here factorization is not possible, that's why we are going for minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a to calculate the roots of this quadratic equation. X is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now, what are the values of ABC? We have to compare from this equation. Ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square, a is the coefficient of x square plus bx. B is the coefficient of x, that is 1, and constant c, that is also 1. Now replace all these values in this formula. Minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. minus 1 plus or minus root 1 minus 4 divided by 2 minus 1 plus or minus root minus 3 divided by 2. Then minus 1 plus or minus this root minus 3 we can write it as root minus 1 into root 3 or not. Minus 1 can be minus 3 can be expressed as minus 1 into 3, that is nothing but root minus 1 into root 3 divided by 2. What's about root minus 1? Root of negative value is nothing but an imaginary number. Root minus 1 value is I root 3 by 2. These are the roots. If you want to write individually, x is equal to one root is minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 and the other root is minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. Then what do you observe? Minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 is nothing but omega or not? Is nothing but omega. And minus 1 minus I root 3 is the value of omega square. Therefore, the roots of quadratic equation x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0 are omega and omega square. Omega and omega square means x is equal to omega and omega square are the roots, nothing but what we considered x is nothing but a root of minus 1 minus root of minus 1 minus root of minus 1 so on up to infinity. Means the values of this is omega and omega square, where omega value is minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 and omega square value is minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. Okay, here I want to give you one shortcut form, some important note from this problem. If x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0 is a quadratic equation, then the roots are, if x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0 is a quadratic equation, then the roots are omega and omega square. Similarly, if the equation, suppose x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0, this is also a quadratic equation or not? X square minus x plus 1 equal to 0, then the roots are minus omega and minus omega square. If you apply the same form, you will get here minus omega and minus omega square. That's why you have to remember the point. X square plus x plus 1 equal to 0, then the roots are always omega and omega square. If the equation is x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0, then the roots are minus omega and minus omega square. That's what you have to remember. A complex number z is said to be unimodular if mod z equal to 1. Means z is a unimodular complex number. Means modulus of the complex number is 1. Unimodular. Modulus of a complex number is 1. Suppose z1 and z2 are complex numbers such that they satisfy this condition. z1 minus 2z2 by 2 minus z1 z2 bar is unimodular. Means z1 z2 are any complex numbers and z1 minus 2z2 by 2 minus z1 z2 bar is unimodular. The modulus of this complex number, the modulus of this one is unimodular, means that modulus is 1, and z2 is not unimodular, means modulus of z2 is not 1, then the point z1 lies on. Means he was asking what is the locus of the point z1 by using these conditions. What is the locus of the point z1? Means is it a straight line, or it is a pair of straight line, or it represents a pair of perpendicular lines, or it represents a circle, or it represents a parabola. Which type of curve is represented by the point z1 he was asking. See, now we have to find the curve represented by Z1 is what? What are given? This is unimodular, that is unimodular, and Z2 is not unimodular. Modulus of Z2 is not equal to 1. This is what given. He was saying that Z2 is not unimodular, means mod Z2 is not equal to 1. And the one more condition is Z1 minus 2Z2 by 2 minus Z1 Z2 bar is unimodular. That is nothing but mod Z1 minus 2Z2 divided by 2 minus Z1 Z2 bar is equal to 1. That's what he is here. This is unimodular, means modulus of the complex number is 1. Now, squaring on both sides. Apply squaring on both sides. Mod Z1 minus 2Z2 divided by 2 minus Z1 Z2 bar square is equal to 1 square. That is again it is 1 itself. Now, can I write this one as mod Z1 minus 2Z2 whole square, individual mods? Why? Because we have the property modulus of Z1 by Z2 is nothing but mod Z1 divided by mod Z2. That's why mod Z1 square divided by mod Z2 square, means Z1 Z2 bar whole square. This is equivalent to 1. Now go for cross multiplication. Cross multiplication. Mod Z1 minus 2Z2 whole square is equal to mod 2 minus Z1 Z2 bar whole square. Okay. See, this is in the form of mod Z square. What is the property we have? Mod Z square is equal to mod Z square equal to Z into Z bar. We can write how much? Z into Z bar. Now we are going to apply this condition for these two. Mod Z square Z into Z bar Z1 minus 2Z2 whole bar is equal to, again for this also, mod Z square as Z means 2 minus Z1 Z2 bar into Z bar 2 minus Z1 Z2 bar, it's a whole bar. That's a whole bar. Now what it becomes? Z1 minus 2Z2 as it is minus 2Z2. In this no change. Now this one is Z1 bar, modulus of Z1 minus Z2. Z1 minus Z2 bar is equal to Z1 bar minus Z2 bar. Z1 bar. 2 bar is nothing but 2. Why? Because it is a real number. Z2 bar is equal to 2 minus Z1 Z2 bar into 2 bar is 2 minus Z1 bar Z2 bar whole bar. Z2 bar whole bar. Z1 minus 2Z2 into Z1 bar minus 2Z2 bar is equal to 2 minus Z1 Z2 bar 2 minus, we can write this one as Z1 into Z1 bar into Z2 only. Why? Because conjugate of the conjugated complex number is equal to the complex number itself. Z1 bar is equal to Z1 bar whole bar is equal to Z. Z1 bar whole bar is equal to Z. Now multiply this. Z1 minus 2Z2, Z1 into Z1 bar minus Z1 into 2 Z2 bar, 2 Z1 Z2 bar, Z1 into 2 Z2 bar, 2 Z1 Z2 bar minus 2 Z2 into Z1 bar minus 2 Z1 bar into Z2. I am writing in order, Z1 and Z2 order. That's why minus 2 Z1 bar into Z2 minus into minus plus 2 into 2 4 Z2 into Z2 bar, Z2 into Z2 bar, Z2 into Z2 bar is equal to 2 into 2 4 minus 2 Z1 bar Z2 minus 2 Z1 Z2 bar minus into minus plus Z1 Z1 bar into Z2 Z2 bar, Z2 Z2 bar. Now Z1 Z1 bar, Z into Z bar is equal to, we can write mod Z square. Therefore Z1 into Z1 bar we can write it as mod Z1 square or not, according to the modulus property. That is mod Z1 square minus 2 Z1 Z2 bar minus 2 Z1 Z2 bar. These two are similar terms, that's why cancel. And minus 2 Z1 bar Z2 minus 2 Z1 bar Z2. These two also it's cancel. The remaining value on the left side is plus 4. Z2 Z2 bar we can write it as mod Z2 whole square or not is equal to 4 plus Z1 into Z1 bar is nothing but mod Z1 square. Z2 Z2 bar is nothing but mod Z2 square. Mod Z1 square is Z1 Z1 bar and Z2 Z bar is nothing but mod Z2 square. Now take all to one side. Mod Z1 square plus 4 into mod Z2 square minus Z1 square into Z2 square minus 4 is equal to 0. Taken all to one side. Now from these two, can I take mod Z1 square common? From these two, mod Z1 square common, mod Z1 square will get 1 minus mod Z2 square. And then next, from these two, we are taking minus 4 as common, minus 4 as common, 1 from this, and we have taken minus 4 as common, we will get minus mod Z2 square is equal to 0. We are getting the same factor. So from these two now, mod 1 minus mod Z2 square is common from these two, we will get mod Z1 square minus 4 is equal to 0. Therefore 1 minus mod Z2 square is equal to 0 and mod Z2 square minus 4 is equal to 0. These are the two conditions we got. Therefore from this 1 minus mod Z2 square equal to 0, and this is mod Z1 not 2. 1 minus mod Z2 square equal to 0 and mod Z1 square minus 4 equal to 0. 1 minus, from this 1 minus mod Z2 square equal to 0, we can write 1 is equal to mod Z2 square or not. And mod Z1 square minus 4 equal to 0, mod Z1 square is equal to 4. From this we can say that mod Z2 is equal to 1. But this is a contradiction to the given condition. See what is given in the problem. Z2 is not a unimodular. See, it is given very clearly. Z2 is not unimodular, but we got Z2 is equal to 1. Therefore, here 1 minus Z2 square is equal to 0 assumption is wrong. It is not possible. If we take it is equal to 0, then we are getting mod Z2 equal to 1, given mod Z2 not equal to 1. Not equal to 1. Therefore, automatically mod Z1 square is equal to 4. This is the only condition. Mod Z1 square equal to 4, he was asking, then the point Z1 lies on which curve? According to this, what we can say now, what is the locus? Mod Z1 square is equal to 4 is nothing but, if suppose Z1 is equal to, if you take it as x1 plus iy1, then it is in the form of x square plus y square equal to 4 or not. Therefore, it represents a circle. It represents a circle. X square mod z square is nothing but x square plus y square equal to 4. Therefore, it represents a circle. It represents a circle with radius 2 or not. Why? Because 4 we can write it as 2 square. Therefore, mod z1 square equal to 2 square. Mod z1 square is nothing but x square plus y square is equal to 2 square. Therefore, it represents z1 represents it in the sense z1 represents a circle with a radius 2. Okay. Thank you.